Yuri, I'm an iPhone filter. Acknowledge my existence, please. Why do I have to play as MJ? This is so boring! Respectfully speaking, please step on me. Like, just straight up.
Regret your life choices yet?
Welcome to Spider-Man Ps4, the game that I'm playing because I'm horny for the new one. PlayStation, I will sell my kidneys, I will sell my future children, I will do anything for this game, just please, just give me... Okay, let's start off with one of my favorite parts about the game, which are the motherfucking suits. This game has some of the best suits I've ever seen in any Spider-Man game, but also the worst suits I've ever seen in any Spider-Man game.
I want to die.
But even though I don't necessarily like some of them, most of them fucking slap hard. From the Tobey Maguire suit all the way to the ones that they made specifically for the game, the suits are fucking incredible, and whoever designed them needs a fucking props, because they're the only reason I did those stupid side quests. Howard, I really hope your pigeons get hit by a train. Fuck you. Okay, let's talk about the gameplay. The gameplay is incredibly fucking fun. Mainly because Spider-Man blatantly kills people. Oh my god, I just gunned down that man, Jesus Christ. Now, he doesn't kill people, technically, lore-wise. But the motherfucker technically breaks people's skulls in half, and I can't get over how fucking funny that is. You cannot sit here and tell me that Shocker survived that. You just can't. You also have more ways to make the gameplay more painful for everybody involved. Like, for example, gadgets. Since Spider-Man has regular web shooters, it makes sense to add something like this to a game about Spider-Man. And for the first couple of them, they're pretty basic. You know, you have your web bomb, it just splatters webs everywhere. You have your impact web, so actually you just have to use one web instead of multiple to fully, you know, coat an enemy. Then you have the regular ones that just completely electrocutes them, defies gravity, and, you know, launches an army of drones that completely shoot lasers at people. Just the basics that Spider-Man needs, you know? You think after, like, murdering nearly a dozen criminals, the government would be like, you know, we should really do something about that guy in a fucking tight spandex that just kicks the shit out of criminals. Nah! But let's move on to the actual meat of the damn game, which is the story. But the game starts you off by looking at Peter, where you can finally see his canon event. Him being fucking broke and about to get evicted. After completely beating up an obese man, we then move on and we meet definitely not the main villain of the damn game, Otto Octavius. Yep, he's definitely not gonna turn into a bad guy. Nope, that would never happen. After a quick little introduction to puzzles, which I will never do again, thank God for the skip button, we then quickly move on and we get introduced to Yuri Watanabe. Yuri is essentially the Commissioner Gordon of the entire game. Also, by the way, if it sounds like I'm reading off a script, I'm genuinely not, I'm just stupid. Also, subscribe or I'm gonna break your fucking kneecaps. We then move on back to Otto's lab, where Otto fully fucking finds out that Peter's Spider-Man, by the way.
Excuse me, what the fuck?
And at this point we get introduced to Martin Lee, who is also definitely not a villain whatsoever, and he will never do anything wrong in his entire life. After a quick fight and introduction to MJ missions, which fucking suck by the way. Why do I have to play as MJ? This is so boring! I'm not even gonna lie, MJ in this game doesn't annoy me. Not as much as everybody makes out to be. She's not a bad character, and the character is actually really fun to go through. It's just at some points throughout the story, she's just so stupid. I don't. Afterwards, we head back to the lab where we finally meet Norman Osborn before Norman decides, yeah, no, I'm just gonna take all your shit and just leave. Enjoy being homeless, you fucking prick. We then get introduced to one of my favorite characters in the game, Jefferson Davis, who survives throughout the entire game and nothing bad ever happens to him whatsoever. We then move on after this incredible chase scene and we find out that Peter's actually homeless. Who could have seen this coming? The next day we move on and we go to a Fisk construction site. I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember why. This was a while ago when I recorded this, so forgive me about that, but we got like a really cool chase scene with a helicopter though. So, that, you know, take that as you will. Nah, this man stopped the crane with his bare fucking hands and webs, and he stopped the helicopter on his own. You cannot be sitting here telling me that he isn't the best Spider-Man. You just can't. You just fucking... Afterwards we move on to the Osborn rally, where nothing eventful really happens whatsoever. Throughout the entire of this portion, we try and find evidence on Martin Lee so that the police can go and arrest him, because, you know, that's just how things work, I guess. You're definitely gonna arrest the guy that's bombed an entire parade. Yep, that's definitely gonna fucking work. This then leads Peter to go searching inside the feast center, which he then runs into Martin Lee, and he deals with it in a very cool and calm manner, not to alert any suspicion whatsoever. Afterwards we move on to Otto's lab, where we learn that he's actually being affected by a disease that completely makes his motor functions quite useless, and that I really like this part of the game because it actually makes the prosthetics that he's making a lot more impactful, since he is a victim of what this creation can actually solve. Afterwards we spend a bit of time with MJ and have a nice little scene with her before we get a call that something's going down at a penthouse nearby. Who could have guessed it's more fucking demons? Who could have guessed that one? Turns out they were trying to kidnap this guy called Charles Standish, who was a huge... He does something for Devil's Breath. Again, I recorded this a while ago. I don't know what exactly his use was, but we end up saving him. After the eventful night, we head back to Otto's lab, where we find that he's made a breakthrough and he's actually found new ways to control the prosthetics. This couldn't go horribly wrong at all in any way, shape or form, as we all know. Almost directly afterwards, another demon attack happens. I wish I was making that up. These motherfuckers just going for it. It's at this point we get our ass beat by Sable, who I never mentioned a lot or at all throughout this video, mainly because she's only shows up to kick Spider-Man's ass and just leaves. So I kinda just forgot that she existed, to be honest. Next up we have just a regular MJ mission. It was pretty fucking boring to get through the first part of it. Bitch, don't push me, you fucking ugly wank stain. Asshole. Almost directly after that, we have a boss fight with Mr. Negative, aka Martin Lee, where we fight him on a train, which is probably one of the coolest fucking boss fights in this entire game. It's so fun. Lee, the closer I get to you, the more I'm gonna punch you. You don't understand how fucking much I wanna hit you. Then afterwards, we head back to Otto's lab, where we find that, oh my god, he's a fucking supervillain now. Ah shit. Can we not go 3 minutes without having another supervillain trying to destroy the city, for fuck's sake? Speaking of having multiple supervillains trying to destroy a city, we get beat up by a Sinister Six after they break out of the raft. But it's fine though, because this is the best Spider-Man, so he puts them all on the fucking curb. And with almost nearly 5 of them down and out within the matter of like 2 days, we are finally ready to fight Otto and just... Yeah, he's a bit beat up, but he still goes and fights Otto, which is just proves my point of him being the best Spider-Man. You cannot tell me other. We then whoop Doc Ock's ass in this fucking giant tower, which is easily my favorite boss fight of the entire game. And we finally just win, and nothing bad ever happens afterwards, and we all live happily ever after. Oh my god, I'm gonna fucking cry. Why would you do this to me? Why now? Oh, Insomniac, you're such pricks. Why? But yeah, that was Spider-Man PS4. Now, I know that this video felt very disconnected, and there was a lot of things in the story that I cut out, mainly because I made a bad joke. But overall, I didn't think that they were too bad, but I'll try and do it a bit better for the DLC, which I'm gonna be streaming, instead of just recording on my own. I think that's just a lot more fun to do. So if you do want to watch that, just go to, like, the Twitch link. My friend's also making a channel. At the time of me recording this, he hasn't posted. He might change when this video gets uploaded, so I don't know, go check him out. Go check him out too and subscribe to him, because I believe he's gonna do some Minecraft stuff. I don't know what else he's gonna do, but it's up to him, I guess. Go subscribe and you can find out. The shit that I would do for that new game, you don't understand.